Hello gamers. Welcome to another one of my videos. In this video, I'll show you how to generate and customize XPaths using my Excel VBA tool, Selenium Basic XPath Generator 1.0.XLSM. This tool easily creates accurate XPaths for web elements. We will download and install Selenium Basic version 2.0.9.0, download the Chrome WebDriver, and learn how to install it either manually or via a batch file. Then, we'll reference the Selenium Type Library in Excel VBA. Seems like a lot to cover, let's go. Let's open the browser and go to this page to download the Selenium Basic installer file. Next, we need to get the correct version of the Chrome WebDriver. In the Chrome browser, click the More Options menu or the three dots at the top right, as shown here. Hover over the Help option, and select About Google Chrome. Take note of the major number, which is now 150. On this web page, we can see that the stable version's major number is what we want. It is fine if the release and patch numbers differ slightly. Clicking on Stable will bring us down to this section. Focus on Chrome driver only, and get the Win64 URL. The Win32 version is designed for 32-bit Windows systems, whereas modern PCs run a 64-bit version of Windows. Right-click on the Win64 URL and select Copy. Paste the URL into the address bar, and press Enter. Once downloaded, the file will be in your default Downloads folder. Clicking the download tray opens the download location. The file must remain in this default folder, otherwise, running selenium_chromedriver_update.bat will show no Chrome driver zip file found in Downloads directory. Start by installing Selenium Basic. Double-click the installer to launch the installation wizard, then click Next. Read the license agreement, select I accept the agreement radio button, and click Next. In the drop-down menu, change Full Installation to Compact Installation and click Next. Take note of the install folder location. Copy this path to a text editor like Notepad. It will be useful for the manual method, but for this demo, a batch file will handle everything automatically. Click Install to continue, and wait for the process to complete. Click Finish to complete setup. To view the batch file's code, right-click it and select Edit in Notepad. Here is a snapshot of it. Run the batch file. Here is what happens behind the scenes. First, it closes active Chrome drivers so Windows allows the update. Next, it sets up your source and target paths. Then, it finds your downloaded zip file and extracts the new Chrome driver.exe. It deletes your old driver, drops the new one into the folder, and cleans up. The window will automatically close itself after 3 seconds. And that's it, your driver is fully updated. For the manual method, you need to unzip the Chrome driver Win64.zip file. Copy chromedriver.exe, navigate to the Selenium Basic folder, and paste it at this location. This Selenium Basic installation path was displayed earlier during the setup wizard. Now that the setup is complete, we are ready to run our Excel VBA program. Before we start, let's enable the Developer tab. Right-click anywhere on the ribbon and choose Customize the ribbon. If the Developer tab is unchecked, check it. From Developer tab, select View Code, or press Alt and F11 on your keyboard. From Tools, select References. Scroll down, find Selenium Type Library, and check it. Click OK to close the References window. Start with Reset button. The field already contains a web page address, do not type it in manually. It is advisable to go to the web page and copy the URL directly from the address bar. Pasting a URL directly into a cell using Ctrl-V changes its font to match the web page. To avoid this, right-click the cell and select Paste as plain text. Alternatively, double-click the cell before pressing Ctrl-V to preserve the current formatting. The HTML tag field draws data from Table 1, while the Attributes and Function field draws from Table 2. Adding new data to the bottom of either table expands it automatically, updating the drop-down menus. Let's start with the simplest XPath string. Select the anchor tag, seen here as the letter A, from the HTML tag drop-down menu. Now click Generate button. A Chrome browser window will open, and the scraping process will begin. When the process is finished, the generated XPath expression will appear in the XPath output field, and the result will be displayed in the Alerts or Results field. Next, click Element. Larger web pages have more elements and may take longer to load. Please wait for the scraping process to complete. The discovered elements will appear starting in cell B12. Let's do a string search. Click in the Attribute and Function field, type the letter S, and then choose String Function from the drop-down menu. Whenever you make changes, you must click Generate button to refresh the XPath output. Otherwise, the previous expression remaining in the output field will be used by the Element button. Now, click Generate button. Once a function or an attribute value is selected, the target criteria must be specified in the value field. Let's find a specific string from the element list. A string is between the opening A tag and the closing A tag. It is visible on the web page and uses normal syntax. I'm looking for Street Fighter thumbnail links. Let's enter Street in the value field. Clicking Generate prompts you to select yes or no for both exact match and match case. Since the value is not the full text, select no for exact match. However, because it must match the case, select yes for match case, then click Generate button again. The new XPath expression reduces the found elements from over 2,000 to 38. Click Element button. It matches all elements that contain the word street. We need to refine our search, targeting only Street Fighter links. Change the value to Street Fighter, then click Generate button to create a new XPath expression. Excellent, 16 elements found. The new XPath expression uses the logical AND to combine both conditions. Click the Element button to view the results. These are the outer HTML elements of the anchor tags. Select any element in the list. It will be highlighted in orange. Click Open Link button and see what happens. An error message, "A valid link is required," appears in the Alert and Results fields. Although we could write VBA code to extract the href value from the full string in a future video, we currently need to change to an href search instead of a function or a node test. I switched the attribute to href, hit Generate, and then clicked Element. Notice how href only shows the value instead of the whole HTML tag. It works the exact same way for the source attribute. I programmed it in such a way that only href and source show the attribute values, while other attributes show the outer HTML. As you can see in this part of the VBA code, the variable attribval will either be href, source, or outer HTML. Highlight any link, and click Open Link button. Since the image link is valid, it will open in Chrome. And the results field shows the web page title. The top 11 rows remain frozen and visible when scrolling down the element list. Clicking the Home button brings the user to the top of the list, while the selected row remains highlighted. Click the down arrow to go to the selected row. To unselect, click Reset button. Take note the Reset button clears all fields, use with caution. Should the worksheet misalign, use the AutoFit button to restore the view. In my next video, I'll build a more complex XPath generator that handles nested tags and advanced searches, as shown here. I hope you find this tool useful. You can download it right now using the link in the description below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.